Good morning, everybody. Or maybe it's afternoon. I don't even know. No, it's still morning for a few more minutes here where I'm at. I think I'm going to start sharing these videos on my other social medias. I've done just YouTube for so far, but I think I'm going to put them on like Facebook and Twitter, or maybe not Twitter. I don't know. I've been on Twitter since it became X, whatever. So I don't know about that. But Instagram and TikTok to see what I can do. Um, Under the Moody Manor Zoo pages on each of those. I'm still learning. I don't know if it's going to be something that's going to happen right away, or if it's something I'm going to have to learn how to do, whatever. Like editing videos, I'm going to have to learn how to do at some point. Oh, excuse me. But for right now, I think I'm going to start sharing things over there too. Excuse me. Jeez. Here I go yawning. So I'm going to reintroduce myself for those pages. I'm Shelly. I live in Missouri. Currently, I'm not from here. I'm from the Pacific Northwest. It's a long story about why I'm here, but it boils down to family. My mom and my dad were born and raised here, and they met here and they lived here until I think they got married, and then they went up to Washington and had me and my sister. And I have two older brothers. One passed away in 2019, and the other one is living with us. In fact, his birthday was the other day, and so I've got to make him homemade enchiladas and fudge today. I generally don't do much whenever I'm working, so I didn't do it on Wednesday. But I want to do it today for him. We have a thing in our house where when it's your birthday, you get whatever you want for dinner. I love to cook. I don't love to bake. Baking is too tedious. I hate anything tedious. But I can bake like nobody's business. I can make homemade cinnamon rolls that will make your head spin because they're so damn good. I can cook anything under the sun. If I cannot cook it, I will figure out how to cook it. And sometimes it doesn't work out, but usually it does. Especially now I'm going to start learning some new things because I need to start eating healthier because of my kidneys. So, yeah, that's been fun. I love to read. I love Dean Koontz and James Patterson are my favorite authors. But I do also read, for a long time when I was a teenager, and even later, I pretty much just stuck to who I knew, which was James Patterson and Dean Koontz. Dean Koontz, actually, my favorite book in the whole wide world is Watchers. That was the first one I read that was not like Sweet Valley High or the Ramona books, the Ramona books are what actually got me into reading when I was young. I don't even know how young I was, but and then Sweet Valley High came on after that. Say hi to Tutuola, or as my nephew calls him, Toilet, because he can't say Tutuola. Braden's in the background barking because he's old and crabby. He's going to be 17 day after Christmas, and yeah, he's crabby. Bring James. So anyway, those were the first. Watchers was the first book that I read that wasn't exactly like teen, I guess you could say, but it is literally my favorite book. I've read it 3 or 4 times. I don't generally. That was when I was younger. I don't generally reread books anymore because there's so many out there that I want to read. But once in a while. And Lightning by Dean Koontz is really good. And Intensity, if you want a real good book. Intensity, that book I've read a couple times, and both times, two or three, I don't remember. But every time, even though I knew what was going to happen, I screamed at the girl at the top of my lungs for real, and wanted to. I think I even threw the book a couple times. I know there's a few times I wanted to. It stresses you the fuck out, and I love it. James Patterson, the first book I read by him was The Big Bad Wolf. My friend Rita told me about him and let me borrow her book, and I didn't realize at the time that it was like number 10 in the series, Alex Cross series. But once I figured that out, I went back and started reading from 1, which is Along Came a Spider, and now I'm all the way up to last year's. I haven't read last year's yet. I'm in the middle of trying to read Before I Fall by Lauren something, which it's all right. But I've got those. Those are the ones I like. I like the House of Night series by PC Cast and I think her daughter. I can't remember her name. Those are really good books. Nora Roberts, I really like. Now, who else? Danielle Steele. I haven't read one of her books in a while, but I do like her books as well. I don't know. I get free books because I have Kindle Prime. So I do read. I've got those on my list, but I haven't read them, very many of them yet. I do take recommendations. I do follow a bunch of like book pages on Facebook, but I haven't interacted with them for a while, so I haven't seen them too much lately. But I should probably get into looking at those again. But yeah, reading is what has gotten me through any kind of nonsense that I go through my entire life. I don't even remember how old I was when I started reading it. It had to have been 6 or 7 when I started reading Ramona by Beverly Cleary. And music is another thing. Music has helped me with many situations in my life. I love music. I love all types of music except for like opera. I can't get into opera or classical. I can't get into classical. But like I listen to like pop and country as my favorite, and then pop country, as well as like I've listened to some rap. Not really a whole lot. Like I can't deal with like a bunch of rap songs together, but I do like Eminem. I do like Nelly. I know that gives me a lot of laughs sometimes, but I really like Nelly. And Snoop Dogg, of course. And some of the stuff that came back when I was a kid. Like, This Is How We Do It and things like what was that guy's name? Oh, I can't remember. But I love that. I love boy bands. You know, my very first really music that I know that I love is that I started loving first was 100% New Kids on the Block, Joey Girl. And, you know, obviously I love music from back in the 80s, like Paula Abdul and Janet Jackson and Cher, and even some of Madonna's older stuff. I do not like any of her newer stuff, but her older stuff. You know, and then came like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and 98 Degrees and so many Boyz II Men. Like there's a lot of great music in the 90s especially, but there's a lot of great music in the 80s and 2000s and all that. Like I kind of broadened my horizon, and there's still a lot of different stuff now, but if you were looked at any of my playlists on Spotify, you'd probably be crazy surprised by what's on there. But yeah, I love music. Music has also got me through things. Although I used to be able to listen to music and read at the same time, but I can't do that anymore because then I get distracted by the music. So I guess that's maybe a part of getting old. I used to be able to walk down the halls at school reading and not bump into anything or anybody. Like I was so focused on what I was reading, but I knew what was going on. Not anymore. I guess that's a thing from being old. I love, like, Matchbox 20 is my favorite band of all time. Rob Thomas. Justin Timberlake, Kelly Clarkson, Pink. My list goes on and on and on. But I do love music. I also love movies. I watch a lot of movies. Horror movies is what is our go-to, but we also watch comedy and action, whatever we can find. We watch a lot of bad movies, but we watch a lot of good ones too, so it's just kind of what we do on the weekends. Like my mom, my brother, and myself, we do movies on the weekends. And then on the weekdays, we watch TV shows, which we've binged a lot since my brother's lived here almost about 4.5 years now. We've binged a lot of shows. That's what we do during the week when I get off work. Right now, we're in the middle of The Good Son. We just started. Or not The Good Son, The Good Doctor. We just started season 5 yesterday. So we won't watch that again probably, unless I get tired of looking for movies, until probably Monday. But I love TV shows too. Like, I don't really watch a lot of TV anymore. Not unless I'm watching it with my brother or my mom, or my mom. But I do always have it on in the background. Always. And I've got my comfort shows. It used to be Friends. And then I'm kind of getting out of 2.5 Men a little bit. So I've gone back to Family Guy. Like, I kind of go to sleep to that every night now. But I do have to have some sort of noise, no matter what I'm doing. Except for when my TV goes off at 11 every night. But other than that, I have to have some sort of racket. I can't. Being alone with my thoughts is not a great place to be. But I love all that. I've noticed, though, that I've watched some things that I loved when I was a kid. Watching it now is just silly to me. Like, movies that I used to love when I was a kid. I'm afraid to watch a lot of them because I'm afraid that I won't like them as much as I did when I was a kid. I'm afraid it's going to ruin that experience for me. But hopefully not. But there has been, like, Welcome Back, no, not Welcome Back Kotter, although I do watch that sometimes. Hanging with Mr. Cooper, that's what I was thinking of. We used to watch that TGIF, we used to watch as a family every Friday. It was Hanging with Mr. Cooper, Boy Meets World, Step by Step, I think, and then Family Matters. My dad loved Urkel. Urkel was his man. I think there's some other shows, but I don't think a lot of them made it that long. But we used to watch that, and then I tried to watch Welcome Back Kotter again. Welcome Back Kotter, what's wrong with me? Hanging with Mr. Cooper again not too long ago, and it was just silly. I couldn't get into it. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, that's a bummer, because I really did, when I was a kid, that was a great show. What else? I love dogs. If you couldn't tell that already, Moody Manor Zoo is because actually, when I started calling my house Moody Manor Zoo, I had, like, dogs and cats and turtles. I don't have turtles anymore. I give those to the neighbor, and he let them go in his pond. Last I heard, they were getting really big. But and we still have cats, and we have dogs, as you can tell, because you're going to hear them in the background. But I love dogs. I love gnomes. Anything gnomes. I love sunflowers. Sunflowers are my favorites. Let's see. What have I covered? I am working on a master's degree in health information management, mostly because the degrees I have now, I have a bachelor's. I have an associate's and a bachelor's, and I have an RHIA and a CCS, which are certifications to be able to do my job. And I have those, and what I'm doing now, I have more than enough education to be able to do. However, I want to teach. Like last year at work, I somehow inadvertently started training people at work, and I don't know, it just made me remember that I loved teaching and that I wanted to teach. So in order to teach HIM, coding, any of that, you have to have a master's. So I'm working on getting my master's so I can teach and continue coding, hopefully. That's been kind of a big thing. I always knew, ever since I was a little kid, I always knew that I was going to get a college degree. But I figured it'd probably just be a bachelor's. I wanted a master's, but couldn't really justify the cost for it, because I didn't know what I would do if I had a master's. But now that I know that you have to have a master's to teach, I'm going to get a master's. I'm not in school right now. I probably won't be until summer because I've been having some kidney problems. But that is my ultimate goal. And to buy or build a house. I don't know that building's going to be possible because it's so expensive. Or we could buy one and live in it for a while and then build it. I don't know. I don't know what the future brings, but I do have goals. I have many aspirations. And yeah. What else? My sister lives in Washington with her kids. My brother lives here with me. His kids live in Springfield. Yeah, I'm not sure what else. I graduated from high school in 1996, so that, if that doesn't tell you how old I am, I'm 47. I do not really feel 47, although I don't really know what that's supposed to feel like. But when I think about what 47 was like when I was a kid, I don't feel like I'm there. You know, like I don't have the white curly hair and all the wrinkles everywhere. Although I am starting to get crow's feet a little bit. But I don't go out in the sun very much. I'm not really an outdoorsy person. So I've never really gone out into the sun a whole lot. I'd rather stay home and read and watch a movie, which explains a little bit why I'm, overweight and have all these problems, because I don't really get any exercise. And my job is I sit at my desk all day. I work from home, thank goodness. I love it. That's one of my favorite parts of my job. But yeah. But my page is going to be completely and totally about honesty in every aspect. I don't lie. One reason is because I'm too old, I can't remember what I said, so the truth is better. But also my dad was a liar, and he would lie about anything and everything, and I learned how to catch lies. And I don't know what the dog's barking at. Catch lies and see them, which annoys some people, but I can pick out a lie. I don't always say anything, but I almost always know. So, but it's gonna be a weight loss journey. It's gonna be getting healthy journey. It's gonna be doing some of these things that I am so badly wanting to do with my life, like starting this new page and learning new things. I want to probably use this page as, maybe we can learn some things together, and maybe some cooking, watching movies. I don't know. It's gonna be spontaneous. I'm not gonna post every day. I don't even know if I'll post every week. I don't know. It's gonna be very unstructured, which is crazy for me. I don't really like to be unstructured, but that's how it's gonna be. So, anyway, I think that's about it for right now. See if these will upload to my other pages, because I do not know. It takes forever to upload something to YouTube, so I guess we'll see. And I will see y'all in the next video. I hope you like what I'm talking about. Feel free to share and follow, and yeah, it'll be good times.